Welcome to the Friendly Geordies podcast. We've got
all three here today.
all three of us. We had a little bit of a witchcraft experiment, and it failed. It is what it is. Miss, how
What do
you
you mean
doing?
nothing changed?
Nothing changed.
I'm good. We should introduce. This is Rumi.
This is Rumi. He's my doggo.
Puppo.
He's here because there's no one at my house.
Dude,
So-
he's so cute,
and
man.
I kind of felt guilty leaving him.
If you've just joined us on the internet, I tried to get him to talk, but he's chilling.
Yeah,
He's chilling.
he's just chilling.
He's
We put
just-
the mic in front of him. He doesn't really want to. He's camera shy.
Yeah. He's one of the. He's actually fulfilling my normal role, which is just being like a dumb dog. So they'd be like, "Let's talk about pasta." So
I thought this was fulfilling your role, which is the couch.
oh no,
I'm messing with you. I'm messing
sentient. But yeah, man. Yeah.
Hey, Miss. Okay, let's start with our first segment.
Yep.
Did you hear about what is happening with Optus? And
No.
so Optus.
I think I'm with them. Oh no, I'm with Vodafone. Yep.
So there's some issue with Optus where their services keep getting shut down for some reason, which
Okay.
includes O calls.
Really? Oh,
And
Jesus.
so people are dying.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. And
Oh
then they
my
came
God.
out and they were like, "Oh, we're really sorry. We're doing an investigation into this, blah, blah, blah." And then recently, today, there was another O outage.
Shit.
Is that like, how are people supposed to like react to this? Is this,
Dude, you know what this is?
I
I don't know how someone should react to it, but you know what I feel like this is? It's like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Australia has so many monopolies where it's like, same thing with Coles and Woolies. Like you want to go to a supermarket, you got two options. You want to join a phone, you've got like Labara, let's be honest, it's not the top of the bunch. So it's Optus and Vodafone, and it's like, dude, this is what happens when there's not a variety in the market, there's not diversity. It's insane. And also how is that happening in this day and age? We've got so many 5G like towers. How is that happening?
one of them wasn't working apparently.
We're just such a backwater, I swear to God. That is bad.
Yeah,
that is really bad.
That is bad. But I just
Who owns Optus? Doesn't matter. It's just a massive
There's a
private
parent company. I think it was called Simtel or something.
Is it American or Australian?
Let's actually find out.
Yeah. Oh, he's got such cute little paws. Look, he's being all like cute little English dainty
Singapore
boy.
Telecommunications Limited.
Singapore. See, Singapore's extremely efficient. So that's
In Singapore.
yeah, exactly.
In Australia, maybe
Yeah.
it's
I mean,
being
look,
handled by a bunch of tradies.
it's not though. It's like our version of tech geniuses, which are not capable, obviously.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, I mean, unless I'm completely wrong about this and it doesn't happen very often, I feel like that's pretty bad, man. That shouldn't happen. Especially, it's like those companies, they charge a lot. It's not cheap. Like being on a phone plan in Australia, I think it's one of the most expensive in the world.
Yeah, I
It's,
wouldn't be surprised. By
yeah.
that.
So it's like, now if you die, if you need, if you're having a heart attack, too bad.
And they make a killing from people who get a phone on their plan. Like, when you can pay a weekly payment and it includes your mobile device as well as a mobile plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is exorbitantly charged.
Yeah.
Because usually with that, it's a hook for you because you get the latest iPhone.
Yeah.
But then you have to perpetually pay $150 a month.
Yes.
Which, by the way, most of it is for the phone repayment. So
Yeah.
your actual plan is really shit.
Yeah.
You end up using more
right.
than what you're allowed because you're allowed of one video a month.
So that's how it works.
And then like you pay, so you end up paying like a boatload of money on it.
It's kind of like getting a boat or a car.
Yeah.
It's like even cars are, it's like, what's it called? Afterpay, or like you just pay it in installments. It's like there's interest usually, and it's not
And
worth it.
the tragedy about this is like obviously someone that is getting this mobile phone on a plan doesn't have a lot of money, which is why they're getting it on a plan.
Exactly.
And so they're in the worst position to be able to pay those massive interest payments that are headed their way.
It's the classic model of like, if you're poor, you actually pay more.
Yeah.
It's like what happened with my computer. I stupidly trusted my brother and I was like, I can't afford a new computer. He's got one that's spare. I'll use that. I paid like $400 or $350, and it's useless. It's like it's a piece of crap. Like I am gonna try to sell it for like $50 because it doesn't work. It's slow. It shuts down. It's like not good. Rumi, where are you going?
Rumi, but I love you. I love you, Rumi.
He'll come back. He'll come back. He's gonna do a little.
Yeah. So, yeah, dude, it's bad. Have they fixed it already?
Yes. I mean, it's currently apparently under operation, but it just keeps going through these blackouts, which is obviously, as you can imagine, a big problem. Dude, some people have died. Like that's how intense it is.
Do you remember? This might be before your time, but do you remember 3 Mobile? Remember they sponsored the cricket. They sponsored. Remember 3?
That's right.
So when
I've seen it in ads.
Yeah, they're not around anymore,
I
right?
think they're Vodafone, aren't they? 3 was just like
Probably.
Okay.
Probably, but I don't know. I think I was in high school, but I remember there was a whole thing where like they were quite popular, and they were like dropping out a lot as well. Like 3 Mobile. I remember it was like, oh, they're out for a week, and it was like this huge thing, and then it was like came back, then out for another week. It was like dropping out for like a month, and that was I don't know a long time ago. So
I think I do understand like the fiscal limitations that a lot of these telecommunication companies under.
Yeah,
they are like selling typewriters in an era of computer, because what they used to make money on was
internet, right?
Well, internet. They still kind of make money on the internet. That's kind of the only thing that they're making money on. Yeah. But they used to make money on like calling, and now it has to be free because anyone can call or message anyone in the world for free with like WhatsApp and messengers. Yeah. So that's a huge revenue loss.
Yeah.
The second thing that they're afraid of is that their businesses will be eaten by Starlink and shit.
What's Starlink?
So right now, the way you get internet is through their infrastructure of like 5G or 4G signal towers.
Yeah.
But if everyone is directly connected to a satellite, then it makes no sense for Vodafone to do.
Yeah, so they're losing money.
So they're losing money. Yeah. So it's like
that makes sense.
It kind of like it's one of those industries that it's like legacy media or something. Like you understand why there's cost cutting happening.
Yeah,
there.
I get that. It's like it's kind of like every time. It's like the record business. Like no one's buying physical stuff, so it's like they've taken it.
It's that. So like I understand like, and I think we're gonna have more of these issues until some big tech company basically just makes all phone through their personal satellites.
Yeah. There has to be a way to. They need to change the model because every business that goes through this kind of thing, it's like you sort of have to adapt somewhat. Like there are still ways to make money, I'd imagine, but like. You know, I don't know, like do some like, what do you call it? Like you get extras. Like it's like, do it cheaper, but do it on
like
mass.
A rub and tug with your phone. What do you mean extras?
No, like, I don't know, like free, you get every time you join Optus, you get a Netflix subscription. Like do a thing with Netflix. They should combine with Netflix.
I think some of them try to do that.
But
I think that's what they think.
That'd work.
Yeah, it would, but also like, dude, Netflix is so shit now. I don't know what your view is.
I'm up to the last episode of Squid Game, and then
Squid Game.
Last episode, but because I'm on my friend's account, it locked me out. It's like you're not this person. I'm like, I was so close.
Dude, I'm watching this show called Bon Appetit, Your Majesty. It is a genius show. It's a Korean drama.
Yeah,
and it is basically following the Mr. Beast strategy. Yeah. If you ask Mr. Beast how does one get views?
Sorry, he's so cute.
His theory is like, okay, something trending that's happening right now. Let's say Squid Game's coming out. Everyone's talking about Squid Games.
Yeah.
Then game shows would get more views as well. Then maybe, so what he's saying is like, if you combine all of these different things into one video, you get like a bunch of different communities watching it. That's how you get your numbers up.
That makes sense.
Bon Appetit, Your Majesty is that. It is.
So what is it?
It's a show where like a chef.
Yeah.
She's just won like Korea's version of French version of Master Chef.
Yeah.
And she's being given a book by her dad, which is an old historical recipe book.
Yeah.
And so she's on the plane in the bathroom and she's looking through it. There's a solar eclipse and she reads it. She gets transported to like ancient Korea.
Okay.
And she's now in ancient Korea.
Okay, so it's like cooking, history,
So now there's like a
crossover.
love angle, because it is a Korean drama, so it has to be really lovey-dovey.
Right.
She's like falling for the king, and the king is into her, but she's from a different time. And the show, like every episode, is a recipe as well. So it's if you combine soap opera drama with like MasterChef.
But see, this is the thing when it from a business point of view, it's smart. But like from an art point of view, dude, it is so dumb. It's like watering down. It's like in terms of doing something creative, it's like we'll do four things done separately, which should be good, and make it one mediocre, watered down crap thing. It's like,
and dude, do you know what the funniest thing is? Like in this show, there'd be like moments where she's cooking for like the Chinese delegation that's coming, and she has to impress. If the food is bad, Korea will be invaded. Like the stakes are always really high.
Oh my god!
And so there's people that are trying to sabotage her.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll like take away some of the ingredients. And every time that happens, where she's like, "What are we gonna do? How will we protect the honor of Korea?"
Yeah.
She has an epiphany, and the epiphany is always some Western dish, which is really basic in West.
Yeah. So she's like béarnaise sauce,
filet mignon.
Yeah.
And so she'll make that, or it's actually, it's not a good show, but it's funny.
I bet it sounds terrible.
Yeah, it
sounds absolutely terrible. But that is I knew it would be some Western dish too, because it's like they do love that stuff. They do they do it well. So okay, yeah.
And it always transports whoever eats it to like some place back in the.
Are you seriously watching this show?
Yeah, dude. My Katie was, so like, I was watching it with her.
Nah,
it was a horrible.
The penny drops. That's what's going.
Of course.
But
she was really into it.
Like no man is watching that show in their own volition. That's always going to be suggested. I guess I could.
It is because she said like this is the one thing that combines you like cooking stuff and I like drama. Yeah. So like this works perfect.
Having PTSD to having to watch Love Island and what was the other one? Below Deck. Jesus, man. There's like I just can't. I can't do it. There's so much good stuff. Like why? But then the problem is it's so addictive. So you start watching it and you're just hooked. That's the problem. It's like I bet you now you're like, oh, what's you gonna cook next? Right?
I wasn't that. But I guess some people would be.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So bad for art, good for business, I think.
Good for business.
Yeah. I think you have to in business because it's like, you have to diversify, it'll make you more money, but like for art, nah.
Miss, do you know who Bad Bunny is?
No.
You don't know Bad Bunny?
No.
Bad Bunny is a Puerto Rican singer. He is massive in Latin America.
Shit.
And as a consequence, he's now really big, I think globally, actually. He's a massive singer now. But he started off as like a Latin American.
Right.
Like I first heard about him from South Americans and shit. Anyways, he's gotten into a bit of hypocritic controversy, and I want to take your view on this.
Yeah.
So Bad Bunny has gotten massive, and
I'm Googling him. Yeah.
he was doing a world tour, but he skipped the U.S.
Okay.
He skipped the U.S. saying like
Bad Bunny.
ICE is insane.
Right.
They're gonna arrest people at my concert.
Okay.
I'm not gonna go to the U.S. under Trump. Blah blah blah. Right.
Okay.
And so he got like some kind of traction for it in the sense of like, oh, he's telling Trump what it is, standing up.
Yeah.
But now they've just booked him for Super Bowl halftime show 2026.
Oh shit! So he is going.
So he is going,
Whoa.
presumably for a lot more money, I suppose.
Damn. Yeah, right. More divisions. Maybe. Do you think Trump won't let him in? Can you imagine? They might not.
Well, dude, like if you're performing at Super Bowl, that means like tens of millions of dollars are on you.
Yeah.
So I think they would clear the pathway before he was showing up.
Money talks.
Yeah, because what are they going to get J-Lo to...
But dude, Trump is like the ultimate authority, so he can just be like, no, I'm not doing it.
He can, but like, I don't know, maybe they've spoken to the administration about it.
Right.
Also, he's not like doing anything bad. He just
said I'm a bit freaked out.
He's just Puerto Rican, which technically is an American territory anyway.
Oh, yeah.
But like, you can't get deported to Puerto Rico. It's not America.
Right, okay, so it's not technically, it's not a state, but it's like they can vote or something in the elections?
They can vote for their own leaders. They don't vote in the presidential race.
How is it American then? Just
it's you know how like Australia has like a few territories,
oh really? I don't even like. No, I didn't know that.
some island territory. It's a bit like that.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
Anyway, so like, would you have done it
Would I have what?
if you, on principle, weren't going to the U.S. and then you were offered
Yeah.
way more money for like literally 10 minutes?
I mean, I'd probably. I don't know. I mean, I would have just played in the first place. I would have just done it in the first place. Like what? Like I don't think. What he's saying, like he has South American fans and they might get deported or something. I don't know.
That's what he was saying. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man. America's like popping off right now, dude.
Popping off. You're like Trump. He's like, it's the hottest country
No,
in the world.
no.
Everybody's jealous of America
We're the
right now. They
hottest-
look at America. It's like, God, I wish my country was like this.
No, dude. It's like the most. This is the most unoriginal statement ever. But did you notice it's looking very divided?
Yeah, dude. Like, I know this is, I think I've mentioned this before, but
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't want to go to the, I know this is clearly, someone made a really good point, a
Yeah.
comedian. I don't know if you know him. He's like Italian Jewish, Gianmarco something.
No, I don't know.
But he made a joke about like, you know, we think of Australia
yeah,
just as like animals, basically Steve Irwin. That's what
Yeah,
our
totally.
perception of
That's
Australia
yes,
is.
yes.
And he's like, when you say America's like effed up, you're doing the same thing. You're basing your perception on a reality TV star.
Yeah, right. Wait.
He's saying like, just saying that America is like really insane.
and you're just basing it on Trump. You mean?
is equivalent to someone saying
Yeah.
like Australia is like really dangerous because there's
Yeah,
snakes
yeah,
everywhere, basing it on
But it-
Steve Irwin.
But it really, Steve Irwin wasn't the prime minister.
Yeah, bro, Steve Irwin was not the prime minister.
That would have been mad. But like, yeah, he wasn't the prime minister. So I think it's a bit different. But like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, what's your take on the whole ICE thing? I mean, like it's kind of the whole argument really is like, okay, are you for illegal immigration? Sorry, illegal immigration. Is that part of the sort of unspoken fabric of America, or is it like completely unacceptable? And even if it is unacceptable, that I suppose, you know, that like ICE, I'm sure, like, I mean, there's been heaps of democracy now would lead me to believe that there's been a lot of like unjust deportations, like people with no criminal records, like some just
What
like,
is-
but so that's obviously screwed. But like, you know, I don't think you're allowed to like, I don't think it's a contentious thing to be like, I'm anti illegal immigration, but like,
Man,
you know.
I've spoken about this before, and I know I have like the wrong opinion about this.
why? Are you sure?
Yeah, because like it's not about what I think. It's what I
Yeah.
think is
Come here.
if you want to cut down illegal immigration, which in my view is a very reasonable,
Yeah, I mean, it's like,
request,
I don't think that's
then you kind of
terrible-
have to do what he's doing, dude.
Right? Really?
Like, okay, when you say no criminal records, okay, is the deal that you will not get? Some Americans argue this, and I
Yeah.
think, and I agree with them, which is that Trump's election pitch was not that we're gonna get rid of every illegal, which I think you could argue that was his pitch. But they say he always said like we'll get rid of the drug cartels and the criminals and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So as far as like his mandate is concerned, it is for people with criminal records. That is a point of view. I'm not American, so I'm going to let them deal with this debate because I don't want to unnecessarily get involved in it.
Yeah.
But I will, and this is my view,
Yeah.
that even though I personally am in favor, like I do like immigration, but if your goal is to get rid of illegal immigration, then there's no other way to do it except this.
Really?
Like, if people that don't have criminal records,
They're still there illegally.
If they're there illegally,
Yeah.
then okay. So then the thing is, if you don't have a criminal record, then you can stay.
Yeah. I guess. Well, I mean, the thing is, like, it's almost like a philosophical question, but we have talked about this on the pod. But it's kind of like, okay, because you can on principle say we don't want legal immigration, but it's hard. It would be hard to argue to be like, oh, you can tear families apart that are like really on minimum wage and doing like farming work. Like, I think. Okay, I think like there has to be some sort of financial advantage to having illegal immigration in America.
Oh yeah, they are.
So it's like
They pay taxes.
They do?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, in that case, it's kind of like that changes the story. To just be like, it's illegal. It's like, well, it's sort of not. It's like it's not an accurate representation of what's happening. So I don't know.
It's a gray zone area.
Yeah,
it's
but
like
but what they're doing is pretty crazy, man. Like just like mass deportations. Like it is crazy. There should be. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. So you're just saying it's all or nothing. It's like you either do wild, crazy shit, or you are like, we're just gonna turn a blind eye.
Again, this is like, it makes me uncomfortable to say this because I don't necessarily propagate this, but what I'm saying is that in order for this to stop, you need a deterrence.
Yeah,
okay,
right.
I'll give you like just a little example. Like you've got the illegal immigration, just like people crossing borders, has always been a thing, obviously, as you know. But the numbers just exploded post 2010s.
Right.
And the most attractive
I think the border is almost a different issue. Well, it's not, I suppose. But I'm saying like having a strong border and enforcing those laws, I think most people would agree with, right?
Well, again, it's such a, like, it's damned if you do, damned if you don't. Like, what do you agree with?
Yeah.
Do you agree with illegal shouldn't cross the border? Well, then they'll have to be deported.
True.
They might not have criminal records.
Yeah, true. Yeah. I guess for me, it's kind of like,
But like the one thing that I'm saying is like, again, I don't know if as just as Trump got elected and these drives happened, the number of people crossing the border has not just reduced, collapsed.
Right.
Absolutely collapsed.
Yeah.
And it's just the deterrence of like, oh, Trump's in power. I actually saw a documentary on illegal migrants, and you really do feel for them, man. Like it's again, it's a tough thing.
It's like people aren't doing that.
Yeah.
It's obviously like a last resort. I would imagine, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not. I mean, look, a lot of media would leave you believe it. It's like, no, there's economic, like a lot of. It's like that's not the case. But I think to risk your life doing that, you're obviously like escaping, because there's a difference between a refugee and someone, right? Because you're escaping sort of a humanitarian crisis, right? Then how do you vet that? I don't know, man. I believe in borders. I think that should be a thing, but
just I don't know what to say to you, because like it really depends on what your goals are. And if your goals is to end illegal migration, then we did the same thing in Australia.
Yeah.
Like
It's true. That's true.
How are we?
But
different?
it's just a different. Well, we're just in a way, like geographically, we're just.
I think the
more,
only difference is we didn't let like millions and millions of them.
Yeah,
in,
because it's harder. It's
and
harder
then
to
just be like, oh, that's actually part of our economy. At least it was always like, look, this is a problem, but this is a humanitarian situation. We have to deal with it. America did, like, they are to blame in the sense that it was just so accepted for the longest time.
And
where in
now
Australia, it never was just an accepted thing that like, oh, we'll always have illegal migration. It's like, no.
I guess what I'm curious about is like the economic metric of illegal immigration. Is it a net negative for the country or a net positive? I don't know.
I think it really depends on your perspective. It's such a loaded debate that I'd rather not even get into.
Yeah.
Because
But
you can honestly argue it from both sides.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I mean, like, I do think that there are a lot of illegal immigrants I know, like, work in, agriculture and stuff. And they're jobs that Americans generally don't want, right? So it's like,
give me.
so I don't know either. I
actually recently read an example of a grandma that was just deported, no criminal record. Let me tell you her case, and then you tell me.
Tell me.
What would you do? Okay.
Yeah.
So this lady, who's a grandma now in her 70s, she moved to California in the early 90s with her two young children at the time. Yeah. She moved from Indian Punjab, which was not a war zone, technically speaking. It's not like Syria or something where there was a massive war and then there was escape of refugees.
Yeah.
This was an area that was going through at the time some sectarian violence, where Punjabi Sikhs were looking to separatism, and so it wasn't like a thing of like, oh, everyone's getting killed, where if you don't escape, you die.
Yeah.
It wasn't that.
Right.
But it was also like, it's a shit place to live.
Turbulent.
There's
yeah.
constantly terrorist attacks and stuff.
Yeah.
And the economy obviously isn't that good, right? So she made that journey. She came to California. Her children were raised there. She applied for a refugee visa, saying, situation in Punjab, there's a lot of sectarian violence, blah, blah, blah. It's too intense. I want to seek asylum in the US. And the US government was like, okay, let's assess your claim. And while they assess your claim, you're allowed to live in America, and you're actually allowed to also work in America, and you're even required to pay taxes.
Yeah.
That's how they pay taxes. Not just indirect taxes, they also pay direct taxes too.
Right.
And so then she started working there, right?
Yeah.
And she's living there. Her children grew up. The children ended up getting citizenship through whatever different skill thing that they might have gotten. Ended up marrying over there. She has grandchildren.
Right.
She kept applying for
Rumi.
Rumi.
Rumi over here, bro.
Stop it.
He's a good guard dog.
Hey,
Rumi.
Rumi.
It's okay.
Stop it. Come here.
He's a good guard dog. He's Rumi's guarding us right now.
I think he's tired and he wants to. Come on, up. No, there's no one there. Come on, up. Sit. Stay.
Good boy.
Anyway,
boy.
so when she had applied for asylum,
Yeah.
Americans rejected it, saying like, you don't qualify for the refugee status.
Yeah.
You don't have an actual threat. You can go back and
Right.
you'll be fine.
Right.
And your government is also, Indian government is also not claiming that it's gotten out of hand. So technically according to the legal definition, you don't qualify for asylum.
Yeah.
So they rejected her claim.
Right.
Now, when they rejected her claim, she would file for an appeal.
Yeah.
And then that appeal would also get rejected for the same reason. Then she would apply to a higher court appeal.
Yep.
All this took decades.
Right.
To the point where she's like in her 70s. She has kids. They're all, the kids are citizens.
Yeah.
Her grandchildren are citizens.
Yeah.
She has no criminal record.
Yeah.
But from the government's point of view, they're saying she wasn't supposed to be here. Her asylum request keeps getting rejected based on the law. A judge has ordered her deportation.
Yeah.
Because once the final appeal was rejected, there's nothing else. You have to get deported. So a judge has ordered her deportation. Now, what would you do in that situation?
In that, I think, dude, in that situation, there should be clauses where, like, if you're working and contributing to the country, and if you've been there for like over a decade or more, I think it's fine. You should stay. There should be clauses where it's like, dude, like, she's contributed. If you've been somewhere for that long, I think a big part of it is, are you contributing to the economy and society? And it's like, yes, she is. Definitely.
I think that's a very reasonable position, which is also my position.
Yeah, and she also has like family and
true. But
legally
you have to you have to legislate for that, is what I'm saying.
Well, there should there should. So
in terms of like for
that.
law enforcement, in absence of any law that says, okay, if there's, because in Australia you have things like that.
Yeah.
You have laws where a judge will have to take into account contribution to the community.
Yeah.
Not just the fact that if they go back, will they be killed, but how much of their life is now in Australia, including a great consideration of children. Like if you have children that are Australian citizens.
Yeah.
By the way, that doesn't mean that you have to get citizenship. It means that these can be added considerations.
Right.
If US legislates that, then it'll make it easy for everyone.
Yeah.
But in the absence of that, you're asking law enforcement not to enforce law, and you're also refusing to actually legislate any laws.
Yeah. Well, there has to, there has to be, they've got to, there has to be some middle ground, some way, some amendments made to that situation then, because that just doesn't make sense. It's like cruel, I think that like they're behaving, especially now, like they're behaving cruelly, and I think that's why there's no need. It's unreasonable. It's just to be cruel. You know what I mean? I think if you want to,
it is cruel, but I don't know if it's unreasonable. The reason is the cruelty.
But no, I get what you're saying. Yeah. But that's why they need.
No, but like it's just for the. again, this is a bad thing because I don't agree with the policy in general.
Yeah.
But that is for the deterrence.
Yeah.
There's a reason why people stop coming once Trump gets elected.
Right.
It's because rightly or wrongly, there's a perception out there Trump is anti-immigration.
Yeah.
Democrats maybe pro.
Yeah.
But that perception in itself
Yeah.
is enough for people to motivate them to make the journey.
But yeah, I get that. Yeah. I just I reckon there has to be some kind of
I agree with you. I
middle
agree.
ground.
And you have to legislate.
Because I also am like, I don't think countries are right to sovereignty and sort of like maintaining their borders. I mean, like you have to, I think when people sort of disappear and they're out of the system, it's like impossible to sort of like maintain, it's hard, we all have to, we have tax returns, we have to pay all that, we pay taxes. So like, I get that. I understand that. But you'd have to really look at it and be like, how do we do this kind of ethically? I suppose
Yeah,
like
maybe, and that is
and maybe one of the ethical ways of doing it is being like, okay, none of this stuff applies to people in the country now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I think you know what, like that's a really good point, and I think like if Americans stop playing, I'm the opposite in the political thing, it's like almost like if Democrats say something, Trump has to take a really opposite position.
Yeah.
Like if Democrats say, something basic like climate change, we need to transition.
And
not only does Trump can't say like, okay, that might be true, but like the timeline we can disagree on, or like we can't do it this way. He has to be like, this is a hoax.
I know.
And they're like, so in this opposite sense, like I think if Democrats come up with a reasonable immigration policy, where because you have to admit that Trump's immigration points are actually one of his most popular platforms.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
but that's not to say that everyone wants grandmas to be deported. No. I can agree with that too.
Yeah.
But either way, you need to have like an election on solid policy of immigration. It's like, okay, we are planning on introducing these legislations that gives safeguards to people that have spent, let's say, 15 years. Well, you can come up with you can debate exactly what 15 years in the community that don't have criminal records. In that case, you cannot be deported.
Yeah.
That's like a good way to do it. And I think Rumi's
I think he's just like, I'm hearing something.
But I think the Democrats need to come up with policy positions and fight an election on it.
Yeah. I think that's fair. I mean,
Rumi, stop it. What is someone outside?
It's probably just people walking to the lift or something.
Yeah.
Rumi. I mean, I think
should I give him the bone?
Yeah, maybe, yeah. Give the dog a bone.
Give the dog a bone. Okay. Let's say.
Yeah, I think that is probably the right I think that probably is the right way of thinking about it. Kind of being it's just some sort of middle ground. Is it true, Rumi? Is it true that Biden introduced some sort of legislation that was gonna restrict immigration on the border, and then before Trump got elected, he kind of just shot it down and was like, it's not good enough. But it should have been by.
It's agreed on because Congress never passed it because everyone's at each other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sorry, Ali's off camera now, but he was just saying because of the nature of American politics, they just can't or couldn't agree. It's almost like political suicide to say that the other side has a point, even if it's policy that's trying to help. So I think it's just more of an example of it just seems to be more and more divided. It's like winning political points. Damn, that looks good. Is kind of winning political points is kind of more of a win than fixing the country. Things that are going to help everybody. He's they're not interested, So I think that's a big part of it, Come on, buddy.
Man, I am actively trying not to be gloomy on the pod.
Oh, really? Why?
Yeah, because
that's your thing. You got to be. I
know, but man, I want to give people good news too.
Yeah.
I was actually talking to Jordan because Jordan's reading this book about how political outcomes are always just determined by the economic conditions at the time, the political scenario. There's very little agency.
Right.
And I was telling him,
As
like,
in, yeah.
you got to stop giving me red pills. Like I want to be hopeful.
Wait, so what he was saying, that the book was saying that like everything is downstream from politics, basically. Is that it? Like the economics of
Yeah, just like that. There's a lot of attention paid to like politicians as if they're like good or bad, but they're a product of their time and economic conditions.
Right, yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
it's probably true. Like people get pissed off and they elect people that suck or something. But then again, like I think Australia still has had its gripes, and they still elected Albo twice, right? So there are examples of, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but
it isn't all doom and gloom.
I think Albo also got lucky because I don't know, people just like there's a lot of disagreement on this point, but I think the effects of Liberation Day, like Trump's Liberation Day,
Yeah.
had
What was that shit again?
profound.
Was that his
It
big,
was
beautiful...
when he first put up tariffs.
Oh,
So he tariffed every country in the world, but this was the first time he did it. Like he
Yeah.
used to talk about it,
yeah.
but he for the first time did it, and
Yeah.
it freaked out everyone.
Yep.
And the Australian election, and to be fair, even the Canadian election,
Oh, it just swung it the other way.
were like around, and so there was a pro-conservative wave
Yeah.
just around when Trump was getting elected and after Trump got elected. But then the Liberation Day took away a lot of that political capital. And I think, this is my view, Jordan disagrees with this view, but I think that had a big role to play in Albanese's win.
Like a reaction to that.
Yeah. Which again proves his point, if one was to agree with me, that it's again like the scenarios. And you could argue that Trump only won because post-COVID inflationary cycle.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
So
But it's you know, you could, dude, doom and gloom's chill. People still have, I think on a day-to-day level, people are still, you know, not everything flows down from politics. Like it's like, I think people are still generally good people, and like, you know, I don't know, like can make themselves happy like day to day from you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it is just like infiltrating into everything.
It's just like the West, and not just the West, like the world is so negative now.
Yeah,
I swear, like the only place that I went to that was filled with optimism was China.
And Korea's chill.
And it's
all of Asia, yeah. I mean, well, actually,
Korea also looks pretty doomy and gloomy.
That's true.
Honestly.
There was this. They had their own like Liberation Day, and it was like a lot of Trump flags.
I think like of it is like very few countries on earth at the moment. I would say China is definitely on like an optimist. Like people just seem happy.
That's true. Yeah,
and I think
can
like
see that.
and a little bit of that is
robots.
also I've heard in India.
Really?
Yeah, where they think like they're the next big thing.
But that's weird because they have like this pretty nationalistic Modi character.
I know. Actually, should we switch on to that?
Yeah, you got something for that?
Man, okay, you gotta hear. Actually, I want you to give me your opinion again on this because this is something that's like. So you know, India and Pakistan. There's an Asia Cup.
I know those two.
There's a cricket tournament going on, right?
Okay, yeah.
And initially there was like a thing of is India going to boycott it? Yeah. They decided not to boycott it because there's too much money and broadcasters had paid for the television rights.
Boycott it for real, far out.
Well, dude, not only I wish they had, because what they ended up doing is so juvenile and almost annoying. So firstly, when they came, okay, so this was a weird dynamic that happened where post that war situation, because it's in such a nationalist mood, the country, they were saying boycott the match. We don't want to do anything we don't want to do anything with Pakistan. Like they say things like, how can we play a game with people that are killing our, like, you know, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And Pakistan was like, Pakistan said that if you don't want to play, then like that's fine. Then you give us the points and you give us a walkthrough.
Yeah.
And they were like, they're not going to do that.
Right.
And that led to like a massive, multiple year long, like diplomatic battle between the cricket boards, where in India refused to go to Pakistan. Anyways, like it was a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
You got to understand, like India is like very powerful in cricket.
Yeah.
Like extremely powerful. They are like the US of cricket.
Okay.
Where they bring in all the money, the viewership is over. Like most countries kind of don't even watch it anymore. England it's from there, but like it's I think the third or fourth most watched sport. It's getting
Really?
ridiculous. So India is basically where
I didn't
all
know
the
that.
audience is and
Oh,
viewership
wow.
is.
I mean, I knew it was mass. Yeah.
And
yeah.
they use that power to I'll be honest, because like tell me if I'm wrong, like to bully Pakistan initially, but like anyone that would
But
stand
cricket's
up to
big
them.
in Pakistan too.
It is. That's why they use it to bully it.
Right.
But like obviously it can't be in terms of like the revenue spinning machine. It's not
Yeah.
as big as India's. Anyway, so that was just the background, right? So there's a lot of commotion and all this. So when India and Pakistan, India said, okay, well, we're gonna play because like the money was too much to give up. They showed up. And just before the match was about to, and Pakistan was like, okay, well, it's a normal game.
Was this in India?
So it was supposed to be in India,
Okay.
but then it got moved to Dubai. And the reason why it
Okay.
got moved to Dubai,
Neutral ground.
because of the neutral thing.
Yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
India
yeah.
refused to play in Pakistan in 2025. Like, sorry, it just
Right.
2024, whenever the last
Yeah.
one was. And Pakistan was like, if everyone's coming, then you're coming. And then he was like, we're not going to come.
Jesus.
And so Pakistan was like, well, then you just give us a walkthrough. So then the settlement was, or the compromise was, that if there's a tournament in India, then Pakistan will play all of its matches in Dubai,
Okay.
including if there's a final and Pakistan's in
right,
it,
right,
and India will go over there.
Yeah.
And if there is matches in India, or like if India is supposed to come to Pakistan, then they will do the same. And this time around, India was like, screw it, move the whole thing to Dubai. So the thing was in Dubai. Now, when the first match started, the match referee came to the Pakistani captain and whispered in his ears, don't shake hands with the Indian captain.
Oh my god.
And so the Pakistani captain was obviously like confused what's going on.
Talk about juvenile.
Oh my god, dude, it gets so intense.
Jesus.
So then they publicly refuse to shake hands with Pakistan.
Oh my
And that puts that really angers the Pakis because they're like, what the hell? This is like childish or blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And so then they get like real dirty.
Yeah.
Anyways, the first match, this
Yeah.
happens. There's a handshake controversy. We're not going to shake hands. And right after the match ends, India just like, you can see them beeline for their dressing room and they
Yeah.
close the door so that
Oh
the
my God.
Pakistanis don't go in to
Right,
like
right.
shake their hands. There's a lot of commentary about like, oh, is this against the spirit of the game? Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah. But like, because no one can say anything to India. Like everyone's just like
Right.
quiet. And plus it's political. People don't want to get involved in it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like, anyway, so that was it. That annoyed the Pakistanis a lot because they're like, because they didn't expect this.
Yeah.
They thought like it was, we're not going to be friendly, but like
It's-
you'll shake hands at the end of the game.
Bad form.
It's sport, right? So
yeah,
that's what they
yeah.
assume.
But it's
But when
such
they
bad
experienced that, they felt like ashamed. I suppose. I'm guessing that's what they
and offended probably.
offended. Yeah.
yeah.
And so then they went like really hard. When the next game, they started like just like at the pitch, like going hard at the Indian batsmen. The audience in the background, like in the like the audience members, the crowd. The Pakistani crowd would like hurl abuses at the Indian players and also reference the recent war where like they say 6-0, implying where Pakistan shot down 6 aircrafts.
So
in India.
Pakistan was doing that.
Well, not only was Pakistan, the players started doing it. It got really, really dirty.
Oh my
It got extremely dirty.
Yeah. So
right?
so Pakistan decided they're like, all right, fine, we'll just be pricks.
yeah, we're
back.
gonna be like cunts
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
And so then they started doing that. So then like India was like, they can't do this, and they raised the issue with the match referee saying like this is bringing politics into the sport when they were doing. And so then Pakistan were like, what about your captain? Like after the match, he said, I
Don't shake
dedicate this
hands.
to the terrorist victims of Pakistan. It's like, what are you talking about? This is a cricket game.
Yeah.
And
That's so obvious what's being done there.
Yeah,
saying
yeah.
that. It's like, come on.
and so like it's a anyways.
Yeah.
So then the third match,
Yeah.
the final match,
So it was like a 3-day.
India won. It wasn't a 3, it was a tournament where
Oh,
like
okay.
they were playing each other in group stages, and then eventually Pakistan and India ended up being the finalists.
I gotcha.
So they were playing in the final. In the
Okay,
final,
and India won the final game.
India won the final.
Yeah.
India, to be fair, won all 3 because Pakistan cricket team was shit. But so
Sorry, bro.
but then at the final, this is the tipping point.
yeah.
So the thing is, the chairman of Asian Cricket Council, which was hosting this Asia Cup, it's a rotation system. The chairman of the Asian Cricket Council happens to also be the chairman of the Pakistan Cricket Board.
Okay.
Right? It just switches. So like the 2 years, the chairman of Asian Cricket Council will be Pakistani.
Okay.
Then it might be like Bangladeshi. Then
Right.
after that, it might be. So anyways,
yeah,
at
yeah.
this point, it's Pakistani. So India wins. Now, the Pakistani chairman is supposed to give them the trophy because he is also the chairman of the Asian Cricket Council. Indian team refused. They're saying, we're not going to take this trophy from you. Now, the chairman of the Pakistan board goes like, too bad. I'm going to give it to you or you can go home. So then they put it's a tantrum where they're sitting on the grass.
No.
They're saying, we're not going to take the trophy and the medals until someone else gives it to them.
Oh my God.
So apparently then the Pakistani chairman is like, take it or you can go. They go without even taking their trophy and their medals.
Oh my God.
And the captain
just
is like, we
leave.
deserve this trophy, give it to us. And he's like, you can take it, but you're going to have to take it from me.
Yeah. And they just left.
And they left.
Does that mean... Well, they still won the game.
They won the game.
That is crazy. That is like crazy levels butthurt. That is crazy.
Now, in my opinion is...
I thought it was going to get
if
worse.
you hate Pakistan, look, it's your country's prerogative to hate whoever the hell you want.
Jesus.
You can boycott, but then like don't play the game.
Just don't do it.
Don't like this is so petty.
Yeah.
And people aren't like in the cricket community, commentators, whether it be from Australia, England, they're all quiet about this.
Yeah.
Because they're afraid of
They don't want to.
like, lose their jobs.
Yeah.
But like everyone thinks you're being really, really petty.
Extremely.
What do you think?
Dude, yes, that's insane. That is insane. It's like, I mean, look, if you're going to boycott and you really believe that, which is in itself...
A bit too much. I don't agree.
Sport is supposed to be like a bipartisan way to sort of like bring people together in a it's like a healthy... it is a battle,
Dude,
but it's a healthy battle.
But not only that, their prime minister, the Indian prime minister, after this match, said that this match is exactly like Operation Sindoor, which was their military incursion into Pakistan, the war.
Yeah.
That led to it. So he's saying this is exactly like the military conference where the Indian team beat Pakistan just like we beat them in the war.
Yeah,
this is a prime minister saying this.
Dude, that is like insane. That's really bad.
Yeah.
Why? Like it's childish.
I don't know like what
It's
Indians
so
think. Like, because, at least on social media, Indians are like, yeah, screw you. We're not gonna like we're not gonna like take a trophy from beggars. Like they have this whole thing where they're like trying to bully, like as if they're really rich.
Oh my God. You know what it is? It's like also the opposite of diplomacy. Like I understand. Look, if it was because there was like a battle and that is intense, I can understand if they were like, I wouldn't agree with it, but if it was like, we're not playing, it's like a political protest. But then it's like, okay, whoa, that in itself would be like, that's a big statement, and that's very like unsportsmanlike, and it's crossing a line. But then to do that is crossing. It's way worse. That's way worse because it's like we want to play you.
It's not just worse.
It's bad.
It's.
How did I not hear about that?
It just puts sports in general to like the reputation of sports.
Totally.
Like, what are you doing? Like, even when at the height of America, Cold War with the Soviet Union, they would do things like, we're not going to send officials to this thing because we protest Russia. Like, but the players, like, how are the cricket players responsible for a bunch of terrorists attacking you? Like, what are you doing?
You know what it is? Maybe it's like a broader implication of like politics seeping into every facet of life now. Or it's just like,
I think Indians are a bit too extreme.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen any other country pull this sort of stuff off.
I've
like just boycott the game. Just don't play.
Just boycott it, and that already is like
that's
a big move. But it's like okay, but then to do this like childish, like still interacting, but then not.
It's so I don't know.
Interacting but not engaging, and
I don't know what they think they're getting out of it.
Yeah, I don't.
Like, what is the purpose of this? What are you achieving?
It's very strange. It must be because like Modi is like reflecting the psyche of the population, or the other way around.
Yeah, no, I think it is. It's just like the Modi has pumped up the population so much that now they're rogue.
Yeah,
and they're demanding unreasonable things.
Yeah,
which they can't give them. So then they like put a facade
Yeah.
around it as if like
Yeah.
they're somehow still doing it.
Yeah. Because they, you know what it is? They're like, they're literally being like, but we want to play because we have a good team.
Yeah.
It's like they want to have their cake and eat it as
Yeah.
well. Where it's like, well, we don't want to interact, but we want to play. And it's like, well, you have to do both,
Yeah.
dude.
And
Is
like,
it-
man, no denying that your players are like good players. They're definitely better than the Pakistan team. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think any Pakistani would even say.
Isn't that enough winning?
But like, you are, yeah.
Like winning should be enough. If like you do the
well,
whole,
that's the main thing.
yeah.
Like, how are you still pissy? You won.
Yeah, you can't. That's I don't know. You can't do it. It's a lot, dude. I'm with you. That's very hectic.
It's so ridiculous.
Like sports teams don't like each other. Like I watched the footy final on when was it?
but they're also not like soldiers.
Yeah,
Like, they're
exactly.
sports people.
Yeah, the sport. It's not. You can't like don't mix these things.
Yeah.
You should have some separation. It's like remember when it was cool to like not be political? It's like to be like we're gonna.
Yeah, I know.
That was like cool to be like we're gonna leave that at home because we want to just play the game and you know what I mean.
Dude, this is what happens when like you've got like a really ideological government.
It must be that. I mean, it seems very. I guess that
And also,
I
like, I
understand.
think
it's-
if you thought that by doing this, you're gonna isolate the government and the like, what do you want? Ideally, you want the people of Pakistan to be on your side, right? So you want them to pressure their government into like, I guess, giving you concessions that you're asking for.
yeah,
They hate you.
yeah.
now, like-
It's that whole strongman thing. It's
So
it's like being a
ridiculous.
strong man is like the right thing to do, and it's just like no, it's not. You know,
I feel like I was just like actually ashamed at like what we're in, like what we're doing.
so brutal.
So petty, like both of us.
Is this England's fault for like drawing the line?
No, dude.
no, but
It's
like
their
but-
own stupid fault.
No, but like, didn't England draw the line between Pakistan and India when they left? Or
Yeah, because Pakistanis wanted it.
they wanted it.
Yeah.
So if that hadn't have happened, do you think it'd still be that divide?
Man, that's a really interesting point. I actually thought about this, and I can't get into all of it, but I
Yeah.
think if the partition
It
hadn't
wouldn't be the
happened,
same. It wouldn't be the same.
in a few years there would have been a civil war.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so there was that natural animosity then.
Yeah, and it's I think it's a huge discussion. I can get
Yeah,
into
yeah.
why I think that's the case.
Maybe on the up late because like I am curious because it's like yeah okay I didn't know that but yeah it's so I think it has to be the rise of like your sort of Modis and Trumps, the strongman thing of just being like no I'm like dude to on that note, if you know Trump's speech to the UN, I watched it after the last week because I was like, I'll check this out, and I'm like, there was some stuff where I'm like, I think there's problem with the immigration in Europe. He's saying it in a very brutal way, but like, yeah, he had some points, but first of all, the rudeness of like, it's such a rude. It was just like not a diplomatic, not an elegant speech. It was so rude, and that's one thing. And then the other thing was like, I just completely disagree with like a lot of the other shit he said, which was just like green powers. He was like wind power is terrible, renewables are terrible. Like coal is the only to go. It's just like, dude, it's like a simple Google can show you that's not true. Like it's just not accurate. So it's like that's the stuff that really bummed me out. He's just like, it's like, dude, it's like, I think the global consensus is just obvious. I mean, like. All the stuff you've done you've talked about it before where it's like dude if we go 1 degree Celsius like these are tiny income it's happening so like that's the stuff that really bummed me out and it was pretty like hilarious with the escalator and shit but it's like I'm just saying that's
did you hear that
a
apparently-
knock-on effect of like it's the same principle as Modi being like no screw you it's like dude it's the cricket what are you doing
Oh, yeah. Do you think that would you believe Trump's conspiracy that
no I
it
don't
was sabotage?
I don't
Because there was like rumors that people
Is-
were saying, like, what if we did that to Trump?
I think it's possible, but like I saw that like someone said that it was like he had some delegate from his own cabinet that was responsible for that. Like somehow he was like someone was saying like that was the fault of someone
This is the problem.
in
This
his
is why
team.
Jimmy Kimmel got canceled as well.
Yeah.
You'd never address the left-wing anti-fascist extremism
What do you mean?
that are they switched off the escalator.
It's possible.
If thank God Trump is supremely fit, as he said.
Yes.
Like, thank God
that he can
Melania
walk up those
and
stairs.
I are really fit, where it stopped and we still didn't die.
Look, it's possible, but the thing is like, I'm seeing a pattern here, and it is a pattern of like finger pointing over like really juvenile shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I don't know, man. It's like what. He could have not mentioned it. I don't know. Maybe that's just not him. Hey, like maybe someone did stop it, but it's like, but you know what would be the more baller thing to do? Really, completely ignore it. Don't even mention it in the media. That's way more baller. It's just a ballery thing to do. And then like it was kind of funny how he's like the teleprompter is not working, but it's like,
He thought he was being victimized. The president of the U.S.
I mean, it was insane how it was like, I had a really good renovation idea for the UN, and you said no. It's like, what? Are you serious, dude? You don't have to talk about old real estate, old design faults like when you were a real estate agent.
Yeah, I know. But I think to be fair to him, his teleprompter wasn't working.
That's true.
So he just started.
I mean, I thought that was kind of funny.
Shooting from the hip,
but he did okay. I think he had the speech written, so like I think he did. I think he did. Yeah, I think he did okay.
As if he reads.
He had it written down, but like, yeah, I mean, it's just one. It is one battle after another. It truly is. It's just like one thing after another. I don't know.
Surely, I'm looking for positive stories and I can't find them.
There's nothing positive.
Well, there's one.
Yeah.
Apparently, the federal budget is $18 billion better off,
Really?
thanks to stronger than expected jobs market.
That's a positive thing. That sounds positive.
The final budget outcome was released on Monday and is set to show a deficit of just $10 billion, down from $28 billion forecasted last financial year.
That's mad. Hey,
It's good.
that's positive.
Small wins, you know.
Hell yeah. Well,
On the other hand,
this is the thing.
there was a massive shootout at a Mormon church in
Jesus
the U.S.
Christ. All right, tell me about it, because this is how America is so hectic now that I can't keep up. I didn't even know about that. Like I didn't even hear about that. I haven't got it.
Okay. Look, I read about it because it's just one of those things. What can you say about it? You know.
Yeah, I know, but it's like even
Some
shootings.
moron ran into a church, a Mormon church.
Yeah.
His car right into it.
And instead
got out, started shooting. With his guns, and then tried to light the church on fire.
What?
He was an veteran, Iraq War veteran, and
what was his motive?
They don't know yet. Maybe they do now, but like last I said, they don't know his motive yet. But I bet you it's like, I don't know, but like Mormonism, isn't that considered to be heretical for some fundamentalist Christians?
I don't know.
Because it undermines, according to them, Jesus by like giving extra value. I don't know what it is. I'm just thinking. Dude, that's how Muslims would like.
Really? Is that?
I think that's like
it's becoming like that now. America's becoming
because Muslims have their own Mormons and they are heavily persecuted.
Shiite Sunni? No,
they're called Ahmadis or Qadianis, one of the two.
Damn.
And they're basically just like Mormons in the sense that we just like Mormons, we believe in all the scripture and all that stuff. But then there was this guy in like the 19th century who was actually also a prophet.
Oh yeah. No, that is like Mormons. I believe some guy came. It was like some guy came along and like pulled some shit out of a hat or something. And was like, and also this.
So this particular sect of Muslims don't consider them to be Muslims because
they added stuff.
No, not because they added stuff. So one of the look, it's again a very debatable thing, but like for many Muslims, they believe one of the core concept of Islam is the finality of the Prophet Muhammad. So like there were prophets before him, like Jesus, Moses, blah blah blah, and they're all prophets.
Yeah.
But like he was the last one.
Right.
And there's a seal of prophetdom after that.
Okay.
Which usually is the case with every religion, where everyone, like Jesus, for example, would believe Moses was the thing, but he would not believe that, Muhammad, because like it was after.
Right.
It's like a common thing. Every religion believes that.
Yeah.
But these guys, the Muslim Mormons or Ahmadis, they say that no, there was another prophet that came.
Right.
In India, actually in Pakistan, I think.
Right.
In one of the cities, and he lived through, I don't know the dates exactly, but I want to say the 19th century. And he's the last prophet. And actually,
Right.
his and to be fair to him, his new addition to Islam was actually great. You'd really,
What was it?
you'd really love him.
No takia.
He said, he basically said like all of that stuff is fine as it was, except that
pork.
jihad
Oh, I thought you were
like
thinking
fighting
pork. Yeah.
is not a decision of people; it's a decision of government.
Okay.
And so I take that out of because in
Mad. That's very good.
yeah,
That's great.
I know that's why I said you would like him.
Yeah.
Amongst other things.
Right.
But and that's not why people like hate him, but people hate him because he claimed to be a prophet.
Oh, yeah, I see.
So it's exactly like Mormons.
I
So
just-
they get persecuted. So I'd imagine this guy, I don't know, maybe there's some other reason.
Yeah.
I'd imagine he could be a standard old school Christian who thought it was
Right, but that. Oh man, it's so crazy because it's like to have that passion, such passion to kill people that have that different view of it is like it's insane. Like
Yeah, but he's also like an Iraq war veteran, which means he probably has PTSD.
PTSD. Yeah.
Dude, they like I
Oh, that is a thing. That is a very yeah.
Did I tell you like so my uncle married
An
a
Iraq-
Russian woman.
Yeah. Respect.
He was old and so was she.
Was she
She
mail order?
She was actually Ukrainian.
Dude, you can't say
not,
Russian.
Not mail order because my
Okay.
uncle could speak fluent Russian
Seriously.
because he used to live in the Soviet Union as an engineer back in the day.
Whoa.
So he went there. His
Chernobyl.
wife had died.
Yeah.
His first wife had died, and then I think I've mentioned this on the story. It's actually a cute story where he had a relationship with a Ukrainian woman when he was living in Ukraine,
Yeah.
and he didn't marry her.
Yeah.
He ended up like moving to the U.S. where he married my auntie eventually, had kids, whatever.
Does he still live in the US?
He's dead.
Oh,
and
shit.
so is his
R.I.P.
first wife.
Oh,
R.I.P.
Jesus Christ.
But when
Did
his
they have
first-
children?
Yeah, they have 4 children
Okay.
who are alive.
Okay, good.
But like when his first wife died, like a few years later, he was like, I'm going to go back to Ukraine looking for that girl that I had a relationship with.
Right.
He didn't have any details of her except for like he remembered her name.
Whoa.
So he just rocked up in Ukraine,
Yeah.
couldn't find her, but he did find someone else and he married her. Anyways, the point of the story
He
is
just found a different
he found a
Ukrainian.
different Ukrainian woman. Anyway, so that Ukrainian woman was old. She was around the same age as him, and she had a grown-up daughter too.
Yeah.
And the grown-up daughter was married to an American Iraq War veteran. Right? So, anyways, so my uncle, because from a Muslim family, his first wife's family are actually religious. They wear like the hijab and shit.
Yeah.
So at family functions, this Iraq War veteran would come
Yeah.
and freak out.
Oh my god.
Where he would go through like PTSD. He stopped coming because he had a massive breakdown just by seeing hijabi women.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Dude, war is fucked.
Yeah.
Sorry to swear. That's insane. Jesus Christ. I mean, I know it would be horrible, PTSD, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But like,
But just like seeing
but wouldn't it be
a
more,
woman in a hijab
That's
could like trigger it.
That's crazy. Don't go to Lakemba, that guy. Dude, or Rockdale for that matter. But that's that's so intense. There's like, but you'd think that. I mean, there's already so many shootings in America, but wouldn't you think that there'd be more common like PTSD, like shootings as a result of PTSD in America? If it was, would it not be more common? I don't know.
Would it not be? Yeah,
mean-
I'd imagine it would be. You would be more likely to do
So they'd
crazy
probably,
stuff like
yeah.
this. Yeah, for sure.
It's just another shooting. It's like that's day 2.
Man, that's another disadvantage that no one talks about. Like when you have a global empire, your society is riddled with soldiers that have serious issues because they're going
Yeah.
overseas and fighting these
Totally,
wars.
and coming home.
And that's like a cost
Yeah.
of having that system where like if you're the world's policeman, then you're
Yeah.
gonna have a huge number of policemen that are
Shit.
going insane.
It's crazy because I met some Mormons and like they're funny because they're like wear the the like shirt and tie and they're like they've basically abstained from kind of integrating into greater society in many ways, but they're also like very nice and like that part of their thing is like they sort of try to convert people and stuff, but like so what, like whatever, that's maybe like kind of annoying. But someone came up to me and was just like, can I pray for you? I'm like, yeah, for sure, whatever. And they were like, do you want to make a what was it, symbolic contribution for the prayer, and I was like, yeah, symbolically, I'll $0, but that's symbolic. Like that's the definition of a symbolic gesture. Like, yeah, no money, but I symbolically say thank you.
You know what is also
so
kind
it's like it's crazy that's he must have just been nuts because this doesn't make it's yeah, it's just I can't. America's bumming me out.
Man, you know what I'm trying to... Actually, maybe you can make sense of this.
Yeah.
So during the Vietnam War, a lot of American vets, when they came back, there was not a lot of good management for the vets. So they became, like, a lot of them with PTSD issues. They became, like, homeless druggos.
Yeah.
And that was, like, a thing in the U.S. where,
Really?
like, thousands of Vietnam War vets were, like, homeless.
Really?
And on drugs.
Is that after Vietnam, you're saying?
That's after Vietnam.
Yeah.
And actually,
they're
to be fair to them, they learned from that and said, we managed this pretty badly.
Yeah.
So after the Middle East wars, the Iraq War and Afghanistan War, to their credit, they tried to, like, manage that as much as possible.
Yeah,
so, for
right.
example, even though this guy who I'm telling you about, he had PTSD,
Yeah.
he was actually paid by the U.S. government handsomely.
Right.
For,
okay.
you know, he wasn't working, but he was getting paid for it.
Right.
Which is a measure that they learned from Vietnam where, like, you have to do this. Otherwise, like, things
Yeah.
get bad. But the problem is, I don't know if that helped that much.
Really? Because it's not like mental health. It's not like psychologists.
Yeah, because PTSD is PTSD. What I'm trying to understand is, like, did that happen heaps after the Second World War?
For sure. It just wouldn't have been covered. They would have been like, they called it shell shock. They were like, he's got shell shock. He's a bit crazy from the war. But it was like, that's honestly
I like how that's also like a roast. Some guy just came back.
No, they were literally roasted. Like, if they came back and they had any issues, they're just like, toughen up, sport. Like, there was no like mental health awareness. They were just kind of like, you're just piss weak, aren't you?
But don't you think, like, I think what would help a lot is if at least your soldiers believe they're on the right side.
Yeah, that
like you can argue that American soldiers truly believe that during the World War II that we're a force for good, and you could see obvious reasons for it. Like there was a genocide that they were stopping. But like now, I think with the Iraq War and Afghanistan War, I'm sure there's a lot of soldiers that tell themselves like we're fighting the good, but there'd be so many. And like, it would, dude, no, we're actually we're the bad guys, and that we're the ones committing like a genocide.
And that would be a like. Feeling negative about it would be a massive factor in just being like, it wouldn't help. It would not help. Like, was I the bad guy? Like, that would not help.
That would not help.
But I think all of it would be like, dude, just, it's like to be 24/7 or however many hours a day in a war zone or like that situation, like, dude, it would have lasting, like, psychological effects. Like, even, dude, I meet people in Australia that are in the army and they haven't even seen action and they're rattled. Like there's a certain like
what do you mean? The conditions in South Australia, mate, the Adelaide base, you get one meat pie a day if you're lucky.
They give us that 4 and 20 crap. It's half gristle.
Where's the steak and pepper pie? Why always just the standard one?
I don't like the minced meat. Am I a criminal for that?
I'm shell-shocked at this part.
No, I mean, no, look, it's not obviously the same, but I think maybe it's just the training and getting yelled at and getting up at 4 a.m. and shooting guns. It's like there's a certain like tenseness and a certain sort of, it appears like paranoia. Like there's this kind of like coming down off something paranoia. There's this like, there's just a tenseness. So like, to be in a combat zone would be like, dude, that would be next level for sure. Yeah, it would be next level. So I wouldn't be surprised if in America it is like a massive thing. I mean, there was some movie I saw with I can't remember what it was. It was the Spider-Man guy, Tobey Maguire. He's in some movie, and he's like come back from war and he's just like walking down the like supermarket aisle, like looking at like cereal, and he's just like there's like 10 different ones, and he's just like, Choco, caramel Choco, and he just loses his mind because he's just like, this is the opposite of what I've lived. Like it's like scarcity, like danger, death everywhere, and then just coming in this like benign kind of almost purgatory where nothing's happening in the suburbs of America, and just like is every cereal you could ever want. It's like, but then he's almost being like, this is fucked too, because it's like, I can't even get one cereal there. I got 100 here. Like, it was just screwing with his head. So like, it would happen. I think, like, dude, I wouldn't join the army because it's a massive risk for your psychological health. It is massively.
Yeah.
It's not worth it, right? Like, come on, surely.
I think it would be worth it if
you got a sweet payout.
Well, that would also help, but I
Yeah.
think it would just be like if you just thought you were doing good. People are willing to sacrifice if they think they're doing good for the world.
Yeah, but that's not in 2025. I don't think there's many people that are fighting in wars that are like, this is the just war. I doubt it. Like maybe
People in Ukraine.
Yeah, that's true.
Could argue that.
You could argue that definitely.
From their perspective.
Yes.
It's,
yeah.
They're being invaded, and
I would look. That's pretty fair. Like that's different. It's not. They're being invaded, and like maybe like I don't know. Maybe Hamas feels pretty.
Yeah, like that. For example.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. But yeah, America's like, I understand when you're talking about America, it's like it's a dense population. There's a lot of people there. There's just a lot of people. So like, a lot more crazy shit will happen more often. But now like a shooting is almost like I'm not even shocked. I'm like, yeah, it's just another.
Yeah, unless it's a celebrity, what's the point of even talking about it?
But like that's not a good state of affairs.
But that's what it is, like.
No, you should still talk about it, but it's like it's not shocking, and that's enough for it to be like, oh, this is a worry, Like it's crazy. I'm still getting over the Charlie Kirk thing. It's like, damn, because I told you.
But I know, but that's the point. You're still getting over Charlie Kirk thing.
Yeah. Oh, because it's a celebrity.
It's because it's a celebrity.
Did I tell you I saw the footage of it?
Like a bunch of people just got mowed down.
What?
In that Mormon church that we're talking about.
Yeah. And it's like, man.
Like not one person.
Yeah.
Several. They just didn't have like big YouTube followers.
I mean, look, I'm not saying.
And they were Mormon.
They were, but I'm not saying. I'm not saying that that's like. I'm not saying that that's their lives mattered less. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like. The reason I'm saying it. I saw the footage, so you know how you watched it. Of
Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, I watched it because my friend.
Why did you? Remember, I watched it in front of you, and I told you not to do it.
Yes, so. I just have, it's always the way. I have one mate, that I've known since preschool. It's from Canberra. And he's just like, he's like, he's like, I'm going to view the kill. Like, that's just him. And he came over and he's like, have you seen it? And I was just like, no, dude. And then we were just watching something and he was like, we were talking about it. He was like, do you want to see it? He just asked me and I was just like, all right, yeah, come on. Like, it's like, like it gets to a point where when 3 people say it, it's like, yeah, okay, fine. And I saw it, and my reaction was exactly like yours. I was just like, oh! And like my jaw was open. I was just like, oh my God. Like it looked more Hollywood than a Hollywood movie. It was fucked.
Yeah.
So I saw that and I was like, yeah, man, that was pretty, he just ragdoll. Oh, it's horrible. It was horrible.
And I think like this is like if you see that video, which you shouldn't, but if you do, I think it would be really hard to justify it after watching it.
Dude, absolutely. Anyone, hey Rumi, you want to go over Rumi? Anyone that was like, I'm glad that was a good thing. Dude, you're a fucked person if you think that. Like that is insane. Like you can disagree with everything he said. That should, I mean, I don't know who, like the worst, like criminals might deserve that. Probably not, actually. I don't really believe in the death penalty. So it's like, I don't think I do anyway. So it's kind of like, I don't think anyone really deserves that, man. That's pretty.
So you're not
insane.
on the train of like there should be public executions, which by the way,
dude,
is now becoming a mainstream Republican point of view.
No,
because of Charlie Kirk dying, because that was his point of view.
Yeah, well, which is so ironic, and I see the irony, and the fact that he was asked about gun violence before that happened, it's insane. But like, dude, no. I don't believe.
I saw some lady on Bill Maher saying that there should be public execution.
That's insane. That is the symptom of a decaying society. It's like, why? Like that like it's also like really to normalize.
Their perspective is it's
tit for tat, tit for tat.
No,
right?
not tit for tat. Because they always say like for pedophiles or whatever.
Yeah, I
So-
mean, pedophiles are
No,
fucked,
but like it's not even a punishment thing. I think maybe from their point of view, it's like if you publicly execute them, then like other potential pedophiles, it will be a deterrent for them.
I don't think that's how it works.
I don't think that's how it works either.
Yeah.
But I think that's where they're coming from.
I mean, it's very. I mean, look, it's so barbaric. It's so like medieval. Like, do we want to regress to medieval times? Like, really? Like, I know that happened in America, but it was brutal. Like, lynchings, and it's like, how is that a mainstream? That's crazy, dude. How is that a mainstream talking point? Like, yeah, we should bring back public executions. Like,
I don't know
do
if it's
kids
mainstream, but it's getting like way more traction.
That's crazy. Do kids watch it? That'll fuck the kids up. Is that?
Dude, the kids are already fucked.
Yeah, but let's not. That's such a no-brainer. Like, that is going to make it worse. Like, it's crazy, man. Yeah, I don't know how they need to like. I don't know how they can like take down the heat. I don't know, but that is not. That's not a way. Like, I mean, it'd be crazy to see one, but like also horrible. Like seeing that, I'm like. It's really confronting. It's brutal. It's a brutal way to die. Yeah. So thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot. Hey, okay. Have you any views on
news?
latest Israel stuff? Netanyahu getting like boycotted at the UN.
Yeah, I saw that.
Where are you at?
I didn't watch.
Are you still anti-Hamas?
Dude, always anti-Hamas. But dude, it is crazy how political. I had dinner the other day with my like mum. There was like not an argument because like we kind of just like let it go, but like everything is becoming like now a dinner is like, okay, now we have to argue about Hamas and Israel.
Oh, your mom! Wow, you're having those.
It wasn't my mom. It was like her partner, but it's like I think he's getting hit with like his algorithm, and then it's just like I'm like it's just crazy. I'm like, is this now just every conversation? I don't know. It's like it can't be avoided. It can't be avoided. But I didn't see. I'd like to watch the speech. I didn't watch it. I understand why a lot of countries would walk out. Who stayed? That's what I want to know. Who stayed who watched him?
I don't know actually.
Like, did Australia walk out? Surely not.
I don't know if Australia walked out, but Australia would be one of those that wouldn't have walked out.
Yeah.
US, obviously.
Obviously.
Then
yeah.
there's a lot of like small, tiny nations.
Yeah, like Madagascar stayed. That
are like basically on Israeli payroll.
Shit.
So they are they support Israel.
I tell you what I will say.
Like Nauru and stuff like that. Like these little states.
You know what I will say? I mean, like, we've talked about, we've talked about the talking points. You can play devil's advocate for Israel to an extent. I think that would be like so limited now. It's just like, okay, here's a few points, but it's like, dude, I don't know, man. It's getting like very hard to defend basically anything they're doing. But like,
dude, I also think like on a personal level, Trump, I think would like there's gonna be a radical statement, but I think Trump on a personal capacity would probably have the same views as Mehdi Hassan, because dude, he hates Israel personally.
Wait, Mehdi Hassan, who's that again?
It just doesn't matter. Like Hassan Piker or something.
Oh, yeah.
He personally.
You think Trump is like that?
Oh, he hates Israel.
Really?
And he hates Netanyahu.
Does he?
In every private conversation. There was a recent one that was leaked where he was saying like, Netanyahu's an arsehole.
Really?
He's going to screw me over.
So what?
And then like before he got elected, there was another talk of him where he's being really candid. He was like, oh, yeah, Netanyahu and like Israel, he was comparing them to Palestinian Authority, and he was saying like the leader of the Palestinian Authority, Mahmoud Abbas.
Yeah.
This is what Trump said. He's like a really nice guy.
Damn.
He reminds me of my dad.
Really? So why?
And then he like shits on Netanyahu for like the.
Really? So he's only supporting him because the money and all that, right? Is that why?
Yeah. Well, there's one obvious thing, which is like the money.
Yeah.
But then also like going against Israel causes like serious disruptions to your political life.
Yeah. In the Republic, well, I suppose
Anyone.
Do you mean funding?
So he's being not just funding, but like
other constituents being like,
yeah,
how
like
could you? And
just
shit.
like heavily funding opposition in small races.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in the presidential one.
Right.
Just like little
Funding
races.
camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, I would love.
And also like just media, like
Yeah.
black,
yeah.
just
Fox
horrible
would they'd die. But I think
mudslinging on the media.
I think yeah, dude, it's fair enough to walk out. I'm surprised he rocked up. I'm surprised he came.
Dude, but apparently he avoided European airspace
Whoa.
because he's so paranoid
Oh my god.
that like because he has those arrest warrants against him
God.
that he avoided European
Did you watch
air.
his? I would love to like. I don't know, man.
But that's a paranoid man.
yeah.
Because like anyone would be like, okay, look, dude, they're not gonna arrest you mid while
Yeah.
you're flying. It's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
relax.
exactly. Yeah.
But like obviously he's paranoid where he's like
Yeah.
avoiding French airspace.
Oh my god! Look, I just can't believe he rocked up. What did he like? I understand what his talking points would be, and he'd probably say, "Look, yeah, it's like a densely populated area. It's impossible not to kill some civilians. You know, like it's the most densely populated area in the world. Hamas, blah, 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 human shields, all that shit. He can say all that, but it's like." I don't know if that you can't like what else can you say over like how long was his speech? You can't say more than that. That took like 2 seconds. What else can you say in like half an hour? It's like there's a certain point.
I actually didn't watch his speech to be fair.
I'm kind of
I
curious. 'cause, like,
boycotted it as well. Walked out.
Strong.
Walked out of the room. Kept it playing on the computer, but just walked out of the room.
I just don't know how he could. I don't know how he could. The numbers, the numbers are crazy. Like, and
But you know, Trump is
what?
we don't know what's going to happen, but he is in the process
Yeah.
of going for a ceasefire. And apparently Hamas has
tried.
accepted the terms.
Really? What are the terms? Because like, isn't the latest that they're like we're annexing all of it or something?
Okay, so this is why I'm saying that Trump is like he's explicitly said that he is not for that annexing of West Bank.
Right.
So he recently had on the sidelines of United Nations, he had a meeting with a bunch of notable Muslim countries.
Yeah.
And my understanding is that in that meeting, they were talking about like post ceasefire, where they want these countries to essentially take security from Israel in Gaza Strip and manage it. Also guarantee that there wouldn't be any attacks on Israel from that area.
Yeah.
Also pay for the reconstruction and rebuilding
Right.
of Gaza.
Okay. But wait, Israel would still be in Gaza?
No.
Oh, they would just leave.
So they would have to withdraw and
Yeah.
hand over the
Right.
control to a collective, military of these
Right.
Muslim countries.
Right.
And they will guarantee Israel's security. That's what Trump is asking them to do.
Right.
They're apparently on board with it, but that also means Hamas will have to release all the hostages and their bodies immediately.
Right.
From my last, again, like you never know what happens in negotiations, but like from the last reading that I did,
Yeah.
apparently Hamas has accepted it.
Really?
And but Israel is still debating because Benny Gantz, who's like the Israeli,
The finance guy?
he's like one of those like ultra hard right wing,
Right.
and his response to that was that Netanyahu does not have the mandate to end the war. So they want to continue with the war.
Jesus.
So obviously there's pressure on Netanyahu not to agree to this.
Right.
So we'll see where it goes, but Trump seems pretty motivated, like because he even
Right. Well, I mean, yeah.
what is crazy is
That AI video he made though wouldn't suggest that. Remember
what
that?
is I don't know if I should look too closely into this, but I thought it was shocking. Trump was in front of the media. There was like a bunch of Muslim countries in that meeting, including Qatar. And Qatar had recently been bombed. So Qatar made I saw a clip of their speech at the United Nations, and they went hard on Israel. They called it a rogue nation, a terrorist
Right.
country, all of
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
In that meeting, in front of the media, Trump was said, by the way, to the Qatar president or emir or whatever, I agree with everything you said in your speech.
Really?
And then he says, I watched it, and I agree with everything that you say.
Oh my god.
Now, I don't know if that's just Trump pretending to have watched it and he's just
Right.
trying to play, or because it was a very damning speech on Israel.
Yeah.
It's hard for like a president to say that.
What is happening? It's so weird. It's like because Israelis are like praising Trump, and then he's obviously like, I don't agree. I don't like you. I don't. That's
Well,
but that's the take.
the good thing with Trump or bad thing with Trump is like, he doesn't have like a lot of positions.
Like he's
he's
just flippant, he's
malleable.
flippant.
Yeah, he's malleable.
yeah.
Which is the disadvantage is that like, you know, he could also like tomorrow decide that not Gaza, West Bank needs to be annexed and all of that stuff. But it also means that he's listening to other voices because he isn't too strict on one point of view.
Yeah.
So like people are fighting for the influence.
Right.
So it's like, you know, it has advantages and disadvantages.
It is definitely disadvantages.
But I hope to God that this ceasefire deal goes through,
Dude.
man.
But like, because the latest I've heard is that they're just like, we're just taking all of Gaza.
That's what they're saying. Well, not only are they saying we're going to take all of Gaza, we're
Yeah.
going to take all of West Bank as well.
So just completely
Just
erased.
complete takeover. And then also like bits and pieces of their neighboring countries to create a little buffer for
Dude.
them.
That's crazy. That's like highly illegal.
Trump, although, did say that I'm not going to allow Israel to annex West Bank. But again,
Jesus. Yeah.
trust him.
I just it is crazy what is happening there. It's crazy. It's like it seems pretty like unprecedented or something. Don't you reckon? It is
yeah.
I don't know, it's just crazy. Like I'm not up to
I
date.
don't know, man. Like, look, Israel is playing a very dangerous game.
I agree.
On one hand, it is flexing that it is, or at least, you know, trying to prove that it's a new regional hegemon in the Middle East where it can do as it pleases, which technically should scare people into submission.
Right.
That's one way of looking at it. I'd imagine that's how Netanyahu and his cabinet looks at it. But on the other hand, he's also just like making his country into a rogue state where everyone hates him. Where like, you know,
Exactly.
they're waiting for the balance to change.
Like the
and-
whole world is just being
So
like,
yeah, it's they're doing like a Genghis Khan kind of a thing, which is
Yeah.
like utter submission or capitulation.
yeah, you'll defile who I defile. Yeah.
So we'll see how that turns out.
Yeah, it is crazy. I mean, I don't know. Like, what's the death toll at now? It's like insane,
I
dude.
don't know, like 60, 70,000 or something.
Seven.
So I don't know, something like that.
But like, think about those numbers.
But
How many
those numbers are also like, you know, there's people say that those numbers are like underrepresented.
Really?
Yeah.
I just, you know, it's crazy. It's just crazy. There's no other way of thinking about this, saying it. Because like I said, there can be talking points like it's densely populated. Civilians in war, casualties are, what do you call it? Inevitable. But it's like there's no way they're trying. They're not. I don't think.
Bill Burr point.
Hey?
Well, you gotta go around it. That's a problem, but you have to go around it.
What's that mean? Like you have to go through?
No, he's like, Bill Burr was talking about Israel, and he was
Yeah.
like, well, what can they do? The babies are in front of us. Well, you gotta go around the
go
baby.
around.
You have to figure out a way. If I see a guy on a lawn with a baby, I'm gonna try and make sure that the baby, you know, like lands in a way that it's safe before I beat the man. I'm not gonna shoot him through the baby.
Is this what Bill Burr was
Yeah.
saying? Oh wait, Bill Burr.
Yeah,
like
Bill
so
Burr.
taking the piss out of it, being like
His point was like saying that, you know, war means that you have to kill civilians is a ridiculous excuse.
yeah, totally. Yeah,
Saying
yeah.
you have to figure out a way to
Exactly.
avoid it.
It's like that's what I mean. It's like, dude. And also like the people are gonna like I don't know how one like how people would recover from it, you know, in terms of just how do you kind of move on from that? Like it's not like there's not going to be animosity towards Israel. It's like I don't know, man. It's shocking. It is shocking, and it's like yeah, I mean, look, my take is so like just like a mum. It's like it's shocking and very sad, but I don't know how one
I've
mean,
tried
I've
to.
heard-
We have got to figure out a way how not to make the podcast really doomy. and drama.
it's 'cause this is Jordan's
What's the
not
way?
here.
Jordan said his thing was he told me like, just Miss Love's life's absurdities. Just get him to talk about that. They're funny.
Yes.
And so like that's what. So Is there anything? Are you sad
Trains.
about something?
You mean happy or sad? I thought you went happy.
No, he said like people will laugh at his sadness.
Oh, that's perfect for me. Nothing that'll be funny. I mean, okay, I'll give you this though. What's the deal with lads on trains? Have you ever caught a train at all recently?
Yeah, sure.
It's like you don't need to go to a stand-up comedy show these days. Just catch a Sydney train. It's crazy.
Dude, that actually reminds you of what I was with Katie at a mall, right? And we saw one of those, those like that brand that has like that girls wear, where it says "juicy" on the tits or the ass.
Nah, but that's
It's like a and I was like talking to her and I was like, that's vile. Why would you want to have that on your boobs or your ass?
That's bad.
And that's what I said. And she was saying like, well, it's a brand.
Yeah, but still.
And I was like, but like you have to admit that this is not ethically correct to just wear this. And she was like, oh, maybe you're just being a boomer. And you know what? It reminded me of a story, and I realized I am being a boomer.
You are?
Dude,
Why?
when we were 17, a friend of mine, like a couple of friends of mine and myself, we had to get, this is exactly the same thing. We had to get our driver's license made. I'd already made mine. These two guys had to make theirs made. But you didn't want to sit the test and all that stuff. In Pakistan, it's like, so if you have a, oh my God, what is up with him? What's he scared of?
He's like, he's got super hearing. Rumi.
Look,
Dude,
we're almost out of time, but I'll finish this story.
Rumi.
Rumi, relax.
Come here.
You're going to make us not do the up late.
Rumi, buddy.
You're going to get banned from the pod.
You know what it is? He's got super hearing, and he's like, "There's an intruder. There's an intruder." Rumi.
Look, I'll just.
Yeah.
So we go to
You
the
can grab him if you want.
Rumi. Come on, come here.
Good boy.
Good boy. Come here.
Boy, you're a good boy.
Up.
God, he cracks me up.
Down. Stay.
He reminds me of another dog I know. Just like that's sort of like paranoid.
He's like kind of shaking.
He's paranoid. No, this is what happens.
He's afraid of the Almaty.
The what?
They're just outside.
It's what, round 2?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't think the door's even locked.
Yeah, it's not. Every time I think someone's about to come in.
Yeah.
But so we go to the cop shop, right? And my friend's wearing a shirt that says FC UK, French Connection UK. Because he had just come.
FC UK. Is that what that stands for?
Yes, it does stand for that.
I didn't know that.
So he was like, he had just come back from England or something, or from a holiday, and he would always wear brands.
Yeah.
So he was wearing FC UK. Anyway, so we go to the police thing. The police officer is like a connection of a third friend of ours, and he's gonna get them a driver's license without having to sit to the test and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so then
I love you. Yeah.
he's gonna be, and so then so the cop looks at the shirt that says FC UK, French Connection UK.
How dare you swear?
And he says, what is this written on your shirt? And my friend says, FC UK. He's like, what does that mean? And he said, French Connection UK. He's like, you think I'm stupid? You have come here to get your license. I'm helping you. And you are wearing vile things on your shirt.
Word, yeah.
And he was like,
To his point, it does look eerily similar.
yes, it does.
Yeah. I've had that.
So I elbowed my friend. Just like, you have to listen to it. Like, he's helping us get the license.
Yeah.
Just like, don't try to prove him
take
wrong.
it. Just
at
be
this
like, you're
point.
very right.
And so he like lectured us for like 20 minutes about like how profanity on shirts is a bad idea. And you walked into a cop shop wearing it. And I remember getting out of it, it's like, oh my God, that guy's such a boomer.
Yeah.
And I'm doing the same thing with
that's
Juicy.
you.
That was the point.
Nah, but look, Juicy says juicy on it, and like on the ass, and on it's a bit much. But like, you know, these kids, man, they're crazy. Like Sydney it's hilarious. It's just lads that like ride the trains and just drink and they're just bored. It's very funny. It's like lads and like like disabled people and like crutches.
Yeah, on non-rush hour times, you're going to find a lot of
that's what it is. That's
characters.
What it is. Exactly.
Characters.
That's what it is. It's
All
the
right.
non-rush hour.
Guys, we're out of time. I hope you
Anyway.
enjoyed this podcast.
Doom and gloom still chill. You're getting your news. This is still important.
Yeah, we're gonna try and not make this doom and gloom, but you have to admit a lot of the world is doom and gloom.
It just is right now, dude.
It just is, and maybe we're at that age where, like, you know, we're losing optimism.
Exactly. We're just losing it.
But like, in your comments, tell us what should we look forward to. Like, cheer us up.
Yeah. Cheer us up. Maybe. Well, you know what we'll do?
All I could find was that the budget is slightly less deficit than
And
it was supposed to be. It's still deficit.
And that is, and that is not my area of my area of expertise. You know what we'll do? We'll do a food section. We'll talk about like mad meals because like that's always fun. But I don't know. You know, we can do that.
When's Jordy's coming back? Jordy's will come back soon. This week. In a couple of days, maybe, from when you're watching this.
Heck yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and we will see you guys soon enough.
Assalamu alaikum, yo.